Good morning and welcome to Straight Talk Live on Echo FM 100.7. Welcome to the weekend edition of the People's Program. Straight Talk it is, no bending corners. All right, people, let's begin. Today, we have a special edition of the program because it's been a while. I've been trying to drag him to this studio, and finally, he is here. And we have the pleasure of hosting one of the biggest and most vocal voice in the Imo State House of Assembly. He will be having a chat with us this very beautiful morning, one-on-one, with the one and only honorable member representing Mbitolu State Constituency, Honorable Engineer Innocent IKPAMEZIE. Well, I want to call him senior because he was my senior in the university days. And of course, we are both Futuites. And of course, it's a pleasure to be hosting Honorable this morning. Good morning and welcome to Echo FM Senior.
Good morning, my brother.
All right. Yeah. Back in the days when you were doing this thing, you started small. I don't know say you go reach here, but congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it is Straight Talk, no bending corners here. And of course, we are going to be asking a lot of questions this morning. It's one-on-one with Honorable Engineer IKPAMEZIE this very beautiful morning. All right. Before we go into all that, I want to have this very funny story that has been trending up. Christian Skillings, why U.S. won't remove Nigeria's CPC tag. And the Congressman Moore is on this story. What is Green's Moore, this Congress Green Moore and Nigeria? I don't know why he's so particular about Nigeria, but some people like it, some people don't. Well, I don't know if I should drag you into this one, but let's just let the people hear it. Well, a member of the United States Congress, Rep. Riley Moore, has insisted that the U.S. must not remove Nigeria from its country of particular concern, CPC designation list, over alleged persecution of Christians, citing continued violence in the Middle Belt. That story is a lead story on the Vanguard newspaper. All right? It is very, very interesting to have that. Well, plane crash kills 8 in U.S. Air Force site in Alaska. That is another story on the, of course, the Vanguard newspaper. Fuel subsidy, Tinubu Atiku in battle. All right. Tinubu Atiku in battle. And what are they battling over? Atiku has been giving basketballs to the president these days. And as the election draws closer, we are going to hear more fierce fighting. Subsidy restoration, demonstrate ignorance on e-governance, economy. Those are the things that Tinubu is saying. Atiku unveils new subsidy model to target cap budget track every barrel. So the issue now is, should we bring back the subsidy regime and make it better, or we should leave it the way it is? And of course, subsidy removal brought in a lot of hardship on Nigerians because it's the reason we have this fuel cost, so much fuel hike, food cost, housing, everything increased the very first day. Subsidy is gone, statement was made by the president before he even got to Aso Rock. So that is one of the biggest controversy right now. Should we bring back subsidy or should we let subsidy go? Now that we have suffered all the suffering, we can suffer and then let these people. We say they remove subsidy, but they are more borrowing. That's what people are saying. Yesterday, we were told that they saved 15.8 trillion naira from subsidy removal and spent over 30 billion from subsidy removal. So should we bring it back or should we let the status quo remain after this time? So very interesting story there. Grab a copy of the Vanguard newspaper and get more details on that one. And of course, on the Punch newspaper this morning, we have State Gets Special 435 billion naira for security infrastructure. Security and infrastructure is one of the biggest problems of Nigeria. And the federal government is allocating 435 billion naira for the 36 states, including the FCT. So how much we get to any state if you do the maths, everybody? But nowadays, they give some state more than they give the others. I don't know why. If you give a state like Benue, which is as big as 2 states, then you give another state as small as Ekiti or Bayelsa the same amount of money. Is that okay? But definitely the states are getting 435 billion naira for security and infrastructure. Well, revised national migration policy will protect migrants and support Nigerians' reintegration. That is coming from the minister. Well, you can grab a copy of the Punch newspaper, get more details on that one. EFCC, ICPC summon NFF officials over 12 billion naira FG fund. They've not just summoned these people. They're supposed to give them koboko. First, our men team no qualify World Cup. The female no qualify World Cup. Nothing. We never win nothing. And they spend 12 billion. They're supposed to slap these people like DJ Maf King. Mo carry koboko go Abuja. We're supposed to flog these people. These NFF people. That's why when you have somebody wearing agbada and he's in charge of your football association, how that one want use work? How want use work? Every country is making ex-footballers who play the game. They know and understand what to be done. They carry politics. Everything is politics. Anyway, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission have commenced investigation into the utilization of the 12 billion naira federal government intervention fund released to the Nigerian Football Federation for players' wages and bonuses. Well, these are stories on the Punch newspaper. Let's get on the leadership newspaper this morning. Okay. Davido was target of attack on Adeleke's convoy. Osun police confirm. This is a very serious story. You know, the convoy, I mean, when they went to the Oshogbo Palace to visit the Oshogbo King there, that the police report said thugs came to meet Davido, but they were overpowered by the security detail of Davido and, of course, the governor Adeleke. And one person was shot dead in Osun State. This is what I don't like to hear. How on earth are you attacking Davido? What did he do? All he did was to support his uncle to be re-elected. Now, Davido in a post, after that, made a post saying that the Senate president called him. Aliko Dangote called him during the election because he posted that Senate president called the collation center to stop collating the results. And then he posted it immediately. Senate president called him. Aliko Dangote called him to delete the post. He said he's not deleting anything until after the election results were announced. So shortly after that, now this happened. So you begin to wonder. Speaking and saying the truth in Nigeria is now very risky because you never can tell who will really come after you. So the Osun State Police Command has confirmed that Afrobeat singer David Adeleke, popularly known as Davido, was the target of an attack on the convoy of his uncle, Governor Ademola Adeleke, on Wednesday, that was August 19th. The incident occurred during the governor's visit to the palace of the Ataoja of Osogbo shortly after he received his certification of return from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Well, that story has been trending. Grab a copy of the leadership newspaper, get more details. And, of course, let's take one more finance story. We know that this one is all about subsidy. Atiku is confused, going back to what he called fraud. This is what Wike is saying. So what do you make of this one, people? It is always a pleasure to be with you. You can add your voice to any of these stories you've had this very beautiful morning because we want to switch gears now to our guests in the studio. We have quite a lot to discuss this morning. Honorable, good morning and welcome once again.
Good morning, my brother.
All right, you need to speak to the microphone so that your voice go loud.
I am close now.
Remember, if it is loud, it's Echo FM. We are here. Okay, Honorable, any of these stories you want to add your voice to any of them at all? Any of them that caught your
Leave the stories for another day. Let's face why we are here.
You don't hear that now. Okay. All right, people, let's go straight to why we are here. Just tell us a little bit about your journey in the political circuit, starting from when you started all this political stuff in school. You were the director of welfare. I know that. Nobody needs to tell me because we campaign for you. So, director of welfare in Futo. And then all of a sudden you're here as the honorable member representing your state constituency. Can you just walk us through that journey?
Thank you very much, my brother. You said it that you've been inviting me to come, and today, by God's grace, I'm here.
Yes.
And I'm not surprised that I'm here today because I know one day I will be here.
Okay.
So, as you know, my name is Honorable IKPAMEZIE Innocent Ikechukwu, and I represent the largest local government in Imo State, Mbitoli local government.
Why do you have to always say that?
Yes, Mbitoli local government
is the largest.
Is the largest.
So you have more work.
I have to, yes, I have to say it loud and clear. So, as you said, I started as a student, politician. I was. What dragged me into politics then was my intention to make a change.
Okay.
Because I noticed a lot of things were happening when you want to go to contest for SUG and the management of the institution. Once they notice that you are a vibrant person, one day your name will no longer be in the list. They want people who are weak and, you know, people can be controlled. And I said, no, I have to give it a trial. So let me see whether they will remove me and the reason why they will say I will not contest. So I now moved in, and exactly what I was running for still came on. 2-3 days to the election, the names of people that will be contesting were pasted, and my name was not there. So I said, why? So I now went and reported to my chaplain then, the Catholic chaplain of Futo. He called the vice chancellor, and there was a meeting. They say, why Innocent? What did he do? I say, security. I say, which security? This is my massava. This is, you know. At the end of the day, the Catholic students revolted. And all of a sudden, a day to the manifesto, my name reappeared. And I contested that election and I won. So, and the students of Futo that time noticed the difference by God's special grace from those who have been in that office before and when I came in. Because I put a little upgrade in what they have been seeing before. So, by God's grace, we finished that one, and I came out as maybe I graduated from my department and moved into my local government, contested as a councillor. Later, I was SA to the local government chairman. Kept moving. The vice chancellor of Futo, Professor Celestine Onwulere, my late boss, called me to come and work with him. I went back and started working in Futo, and today, by God's grace, I have to jump something so that it's not coming to say stories about my this thing. But today, by God's grace...
Of course, the stories inspire a lot of people. That's why we're asking.
Yeah, okay. I have to say a little so that the day of stories will come. But today, I'm happy with the way God has been taking me up. And I know I'm doing well for myself and for the people.
Okay. Well, the people of Mbike constituency, Mbitoli, and the rest of you, all of you can attest to what your rep is doing. You have the chance to call in and ask your questions. Tell us, if he's telling us what he has not done, please tell us. If he said they don't do this one, tell me. They can't do like in here now. Give them basketballs immediately. But definitely, let's move on. Okay, your trajectory moved on to the OCDA. There were a lot of controversies of demolitions and all that. How does the OCDA, one, even if you build a house in the middle of the forest, they will come and write stop work and all that. How does the OCDA operate? Because we had so many controversies when you came on board and tried to change a whole lot of things, digitalize the space, and even government officials were fighting you. Can you walk us through that?
I can tell you that if I close my eyes and open it, I will tell you everything from the one I entered OCD and the last day. There was nothing I did under confusion. I took all the appropriate steps before I would go for demolition or removal of anything. So nobody will say that I came to demolish his things without due consultation. You will even be the one to start demolishing it before I come. I gave them time. You will see reasons why that thing must go.
What are the reasons?
Some people will come like build in a place that was like meant for an open space. Some people will build where you have pipelines on top of pipelines, like water lines. Some people will come and build under the high tensions. These are not things that are supposed to be. Some people will go and build on the road. And they know when they are building it, they know. But because during that time, nobody is there to direct them.
Okay.
And for you to know that you are doing the wrong thing, you will never get approval from OCDA.
Okay.
Because before OCDA will give you approval, they will go through every record to know whether this place you are building, you are supposed to build, you must have a CFO or registered power of attorney. So any building, any structure you have,
okay,
and you know you don't have registered power of attorney in the Ministry of Lands, or you don't have a CFO, you are at risk building it. So yes, OCDA can come at any time and demolish it and remove it. As far as they want to have something, maybe government is bringing something around there and they notice that this place is obstructing the good job that government wants to do, they will remove it. I never removed any person's building or destroy somebody's thing out of envy or anything. It's exactly how it was stipulated according to the laws.
But we had stories where people already got approval by the OCDA and they build and then later on they come and destroy it.
Never true.
There were so many stories like that coming up. I had so many cases
Never
of it.
true. It's not true. One thing is this, people must learn. Payment in OCDA does not grant approval. When you pay in OCDA, even in that receipt they are giving to you, you will see under it, payment is not approval. You
Why
can
is that
come
so?
to, you can come to OCDA and bring your building drawing, register it, they will cost it for you, and you will pay. That payment you are making is letting OCDA now go to site and check what you want to do. And the time you're supposed to plot your foundation is after your approval. But people will come, as they are registering the building today, they will start construction. You must have your approval before you start construction, unless you are sure.
So why collect people's money before you start going for inspection? Why do they have to pay for the building, the site, and all that?
You know that OCDA have stages when you come to register. That registration, you can pay for your registration of your drawing and pay for survey services and pay for inspection.
Okay.
And the OCDA will come to your site and check and note things. And at the second stage, OCDA will come again. But that approval you must have is what, especially when you have C of O or registered power of attorney, you are sure that the main components that will help you to gain this approval, you have them.
Okay.
But when you don't have them, like many people buying lands with power of attorneys written by 2-3 people from community, and if you don't register that land in Owerri Capital Development Authority, you have no right to start developing. It's a risk. Because that place you are going to develop, you don't know whether if it's in government layout and an individual will come and do power of attorney and you fence and start building. So that is why you see people say, I have paid everything in OCDA and they still come to demolish my house. Nobody will have approval and his building will be demolished.
Okay.
Before
great.
your building is demolished, when you have OCDA approval, the government must sit on it and say, okay, he has approval, bring him. Let's see how it goes, because maybe something must have gone wrong. But it is rare. You see somebody having OCDA approval and the building or any construction will be demolished.
Now, just before we leave that OCDA matter, we still have OCDA going outside the scope of Owerri. Does that scope covers like or G area and Obinze area, even Avo? Is it part of our Owerri?
It has 18-kilometer radius from Owerri capital city. So Obinze is part of it. Oji is part of it. Imbitoli is part of it. Some parts anyway. So it's very simple. Owerri capital development, in fact, if the new law is out now, it will be about 20 or 23-kilometer radius, which will even cover up to Omaka.
Is that how you're stopping the local government, what they're supposed to use as the IGR for the state?
What of Owerri municipal? What are they using as IGR?
I believe that.
The whole of Owerri municipal is OCDA already. So what are you talking about?
Okay.
So those local governments, which some of them, some parts are part of OCDA, they will go to the other parts that are not inside OCDA. They have a lot of ways they can do as their IGR, because before you know it, the development area will get to everywhere. Before the world will end, even your village will be part of Owerri capital development, the state capital. Yes, everywhere is covered to be developed. So it is good to plan early, and everybody will key in that line so that everybody will know what we are doing at the same time. Okay.
Well, great. If you have any question concerning that OCDA and you're confused, I believe he was the chairperson of that OCDA. Well, he has more information on that to clarify. If you have any question to that, send in a message, or when we open up the phone lines, you can be part of that conversation. Just before we go into some political stuff, there was, during the election of 2023, we had so many things happening in Imbitoli. Like, we had cases of, they say, intimidation. Your name was mentioned as people who were bringing in police and cutting away ballot boxes and all that. What do you have to say concerning such accusations?
False accusations. You know, when some people want to contest it, I don't know whether you can remember, is it in the presidential election or in my own election? Because in the 2023, I contested election. So when you heard this, my name was mentioned. Is it on the presidential election or?
No, it's not presidential. It was for the State House of Assembly election. So, because the EO, the electoral officer, they say has run away. She says she cannot die for things like this and all that. She ran away. So who was going to do the result and stuff like that?
Nothing like that happened on my own election. Nothing like that happened. The election was smooth. The day there was a little crisis or quarrel in the local government was on the presidential election. This statement you made now. The day of my own election, everywhere was peaceful. There was nobody pushed anybody.
So you're saying that it was free, fair, you won squarely, nothing mega?
Ask Mbitoli people, before 2 o'clock, I was winning in almost 250 polling units. Smooth. There was no push anywhere. I was not even at the local government until the time they called me to come for announcement of results. I have to come, like other people came around. So my own election was, if you check it, I will tell you that Mbitolu on the House of Assembly election was one of the smoothest because it was happening in the wards, polling units, collection centers. So even my opponents, I can remember, many of them did not take me to court. They said the election was smooth, free and fair.
How many of you contested anyway?
We were 6.
And how many went to court?
1. Even the immediate past House of Assembly member contested, and he didn't take me to court. He said it openly that, Ipa, I know how the election went. I cannot go and start making statements that will look like it was not free and fair.
How much of an influence has Governor Hope Uzodinma been to your political career and his support?
How do you mean by that?
Because we hear that you're one of the closest guys to Governor.
Yes, somebody must be close to somebody. So if Governor Hope is not having people close to him, will he be spirit that will be close to him? Is it not as you are now, you don't have people
don't give me that political answer. Don't give me a political answer. What I need is, a lot of people say that it was Hope that made sure that you won the election and all that.
Who said that? Is he better than me in the contest? See, some of these rumors, when they come, you present those people saying IKPAMEZIE is not the best.
Okay.
Let the best person. I remember during the time Governor Hakeem was in charge of the state. His younger brother was the chief of staff.
Okay.
And people were clamoring that Governor Hakeem has brought his brother, after being governor, his brother is chief of staff. There was a meeting he called, and he told people to stop saying that. If you know you can be chief of staff, that what he was looking for is excellence in that job. That bring your CV and let me watch it. If yours is better than my brother, I will step him down and you go. And people ran away. Because what he was...
Who are going to show CV when they come back in?
No, is he not because he's the governor's brother that will be suppressed from even what he merited.
All right, great.
You know, so when they say, Governor Hope that this, yes, there are some things governor should do for somebody.
Okay. Yes,
so, but you cannot throw away that person's personality too. You can have a helping hand from your parents. In your children's school, you might be a teacher in that school. And somebody will say, you came first. It's because your mother is a teacher.
Okay.
You come first because your mother is a teacher.
All right.
But bring that person saying that and that's your daughter or your son, you will still see the person will beat that person saying that. So it's not always the fact that people come, they will come and throw in things in the air and they cannot verify it and they cannot stand
All right, it's time for us to take a little break. We'll be right back. It's getting more interesting. The conversation is just heating up. We will be right back after this time. I don't go nowhere.
Echo FM.
FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo, and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the Fresh News People.
Welcome to the news update on Echo FM 100.7. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs on. The Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill remains firmly on track on deliver on the milestone set out in its 7-week work plan. Chairman of the Presidential Working Group on the National Policing Bill and Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, has stated. The group expressed appreciation to all the institutions, organizations, professionals, experts, and members of the public who have submitted memoranda and the position papers and contributed to the national consultation exercise. The Independent National Electoral Commission has pledged to improve on its conduct of elections to the 2027 general elections, following the recommendations from the outcome of the Osun State governorship poll. INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of the Information and Voter Education Committee, Mohammed Haruna, stated that INEC remained committed to conducting free, fair, and credible elections, adding that the electoral body would continue to improve on its performance. Amnesty International Nigeria has called on governors in the Southeast and the Federal Ministry of Justice and Security agencies to urgently investigate reported human rights violations and unlawful killings across the region. Speaking, Benedicta Ofili of Amnesty International Nigeria said the organization had gathered stakeholders to confront what she described as a bitter reality, marked by loss of life, systemic silence, and prolonged struggle for justice in the region. Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Senator George Akume, has commended President Bola Tinubu for demonstrating an unalloyed commitment to the strengthening Nigeria's democracy through non-interference in electoral processes. Speaking during a courtesy visit to the national headquarters of the City Boy movement, Senator Akume described the president as a true Democrat who allows democratic institutions to operate freely without undue executive influence. The police command in Lagos State has detained 6 suspects following a viral video showing miscreants allegedly harassing motorists on the road. The command spokesperson, SP Abimbola Adebisi, appreciated members of the public for bringing the incident to the attention of the police. She urged residents to continue providing timely and credible information that could assist the command in keeping Lagos safe. And in Nasarawa State Governor Abdullahi Sule has commended security agencies in the state for their vigilance and commitment to tackling crime and criminality. The governor's commendation was obtained in a statement signed by his chief press secretary, Mr. Ibrahim Adra, following the recent rescue of a kidnapped victim and subsequent arrest of 3 suspects allegedly involved in the kidnapping of a citizen in the state by the Department of State Services, DSS. And in business, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Taiwo Oyedele, has rejected calls for the federal government to publish details of how it plans to spend funds drawn from its $5 billion financing facility with First Abu Dhabi Bank. Oyedele said the transaction had been subjected to unnecessary scrutiny arguing that the facility was approved by the National Assembly and was structured to help the government refinance more expensive debt. And in sports, the latest trial over the death of Argentine football legend Diego Maradona was suspended following claims that kidney tests presented to the court belonged to the player's father. Maradona died of heart failure and acute pulmonary edema, a condition where fluid accumulates in the lungs, at a rented home in the Buenos Aires suburb of Tigre 2 weeks after undergoing surgery for a brain clot. And on the foreign scene, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, DRC, has secured an initial 70,000 doses of Ervebo vaccine from the global Ebola vaccine stockpile as health authorities intensify efforts to contain the ongoing Budibugyo virus disease outbreak. The release followed a request by the DRC government to the International Coordinating Group on Vaccine Provision, ICG, which manages the global Ebola vaccine stockpile. And that's all for the news update at 10, brought to you by our news desk here at Echo FM. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's Echo FM. On X, at Echo FM_Were. On Instagram and YouTube, it's Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that is a news update on this hour. Thank you for listening. Back to Straight Talk, your most viewed program.
Echo FM.
Security concerns.
We, the people, converge
To analyze
separating facts from fiction.
lies and truth.
We dissect.
We integrate.
We harmonize.
We criticize.
And we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Kapua! Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry, and I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event, and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the show. It's still Straight Talk live on Echo FM, the main event on radio. We still have our humble guest this very beautiful morning, Engineer Innocent IKPAMEZIE, honorable member representing the Bitoli State constituency. And we are just having fun before we went on that short break. So we're back now. Messages are trooping in, and of course we have this very beautiful message coming in here on our Facebook page. Here, Kingsley Chigoze says, "Good morning, Echo FM. Honorable IKPAMEZIE and our listener, please, why is the road from Police Junction, Nworubi, down to Ata Junction in a deplorable condition to the extent that the part at Ebom Mbieri is being ripped off by a gully erosion for years? Mbieri people has no road linking them to Imo State and sites." This is coming from the classic from FMC. That is a question. Let's begin to take what the people want to hear from you. So this one is from one of your constituents there. So what you got to say according to this question?
He didn't ask the question right.
Okay.
Because the road started from Ukwoji
Okay.
to Atta Junction. And now, the construction has started from Ukwoji coming to Worubi Junction. So that is why he started asking from Worubi to Atta Junction.
So we're saying that the contract is already awarded, the work is ongoing.
It's already awarded and is ongoing from Ukwoji to Worubi now.
Okay.
Machines are all over there doing the job. So this is phase 1.
Okay.
And phase 2 will commence. So they have not even commissioned the phase 1. They have not even finished it. So I believe by God's grace, it will go stage by stage and we'll get what we are looking for, because we have all asked the government, from the deputy governor, me that is the House of Assembly, and the well-meaning of Mbitoli people, pleaded for that road to be constructed. And the governor listened and started that road. So we have to exercise a little patience. By God's grace, that road will be fully completed.
All right. Thank you very much. You've heard from your rep. He said that road is ongoing. This is phase 1, and it's coming. Now, just tell us a little bit of the roads and the projects you have done so far, attracted to them.
I don't do roads.
Those ones, you were attracted to them.
Yeah. The truth of the matter is, in legislative business, there is a template, there is a system.
Okay.
People should know the difference between a legislator and somebody who is an executive.
Okay.
In my work as a legislator, I do everything a legislator should do for his people.
Okay.
I have opened up a phone line, 2 phone lines, one for WhatsApp messages and one for direct calls. Is there anything a lawmaker is supposed to do that I am not doing? Please bring it up.
So if they have any
issue from any corner,
your road
of
is bad,
anything,
your medical center, they can call.
Everything. Once you bring it up, my own duty is to present it to the government.
Okay.
And legislate on over it. I make motions, I bring up bills, I do things that government must hear about this thing. And I will follow up. Like this, my motion, like that road now they are talking about. This road now, I presented a motion on it.
Okay, you can see behind your screen the work is ongoing there.
Yes. So things like this are what I want my people to know, that a legislator has his own limit of what he can do. And some of our people, when they don't understand the difference between legislator and executive, is a problem.
Because we keep hearing constituency projects fund.
Yes.
And what's that? What is it supposed to be used for?
Yes, okay. You know, that is a very bogus state language from the national. But here in Imo, the governor has also, in his magnanimity, provided a commission called the Special Intervention Commission that normally take care of that local government House of Assembly in their own special projects, like these constituency projects we are talking about.
Okay.
In Mbitoli today, we have gotten like 6 solar boreholes from that, which was distributed all over Mbitoli. Like one is in Awonbiri. The other one is at Achi. Some are in Ubomiri. Some are at Afara, Amocha.
Okay.
And erosion. Erosion control. Some people were crying for roads. Erosion has taken over their areas. And through this system, we have gone there to make sure that they don't have any erosion problem again.
Okay.
And also, we have also used this medium to bring and attract solar lights, like 50 units around Mbitoli, 50 units from the junction of Morubi towards Afara Road.
Okay.
Is there. So, constituency constituency fund is not the way. People that has come before now in the House of Assembly, we attest to you that for many years now, the legislators of Imo State House of Assembly don't even understand or haven't even heard about if such a fund is being released to anybody.
So what you're saying is that there's no constituency fund for Imo State House of Rep.
House of Assembly.
House of Assembly, Imo State House of Assembly. There is no constituency fund allocated to the reps there from the various districts.
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
That it is in this our regime now that the governor of Imo State, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, has created and approved that these funds should be directed to state assemblies to attract some dividends of democracy to their constituency. So which is through this constituency funding that we are able to attract the 6 boreholes in Mbitoli, which was scattered in different locations.
Okay.
And the erosion control and the solar light that was also distributed. So some of these ones, and constituencies come year by year. These things happened like this year we are also programming to have other ones that will be done. So if they said constituency funding, they don't know how some of these things works.
Okay.
It's only when you go in. Now, I haven't been to Echo FM before, and this morning I am here. That is the only time I will know how this place functions and how it works.
Okay.
But people will sit in the comfort of their zones. They will know what happens in your own house. Somebody will say, House of Assembly members, they didn't come to build my road, their roads are bad, they are this thing. They don't know that we don't have that executive power. We are only moved to say, this is what is happening here that is not good.
But using your closeness and proximity to the governor, is it not an advantage for you to attract more to your people?
Yeah, in governance, the system that the government works doesn't mean that if you are close to governor, things that are supposed to be given to you and others will be given to you alone. It's not done like that. Governor even tell us sometimes that when he was in his private sector, he used to do so many things for his friends. But today he is a governor of the state. So don't expect that same way he used to treat you that time, because now he is using government fund to do it. So he must arrange it the way according to law. Giving these people, giving this, just like all these things people are saying, come and do this one for us, come and do it. There are a lot of things government is planning to do. And they now do it according to the one that is more pressing. You can think that in your place there is no road, but you will not know that other local governments, they don't even have a place to pass. So, but it is only government that we have the information in all the 27 local governments, and they will know which one is more pressing, and they will face that place. Okay. So little by little, some of these things will be clearer to people because of the way they are set up, and a system that is set up you must follow to make sure you execute the government projects. Not that I am a close person to Governor Hope. Every project in Imo will be cited in Mbitoli. I know some certain things that my closeness to him can attract to Mbitoli, and I'm not missing any of them.
Okay, so what about the youths? I mean, job creation, assessing jobs for them here and there. People from your constituency, how have you been doing with that?
Yeah, they can even say it. The people from my constituency can say it because last time the government was employing in the which ministry that this primary health care. Whenever those issues come up, they will call on us. Everybody in the House of Assembly has his own constituents that are looking for such job. And when they come, these things will be given like quota, local government by local government. You find your way and place your own candidates and help them to go there. In your own personal capacity, you can also go to federal institutions like FMC, Avan, Futo, Federal Polyneckede, Ode. Through your personal relationship with those people, you can always...
So in your own estimation now, you have done well in that angle?
I told you before I started this thing that I know very well I'm doing well for myself and my people.
So. All right, let's hear from the people. Let's get to hear from them. And today, we are just being very friendly here, and I'm trying as much as possible to keep this thing within the ambit of what we are discussing. So let's get to hear from the people, and we'll hear if what Honorable is saying is the fact. Mbitoli people, call now. You have opportunity. You're on the airwaves now. Anything in talks on a line. When I tell me, I make a fire and boost here now. All right, let's open up our phone line 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. Phone lines are officially open. Hello, good morning. Who did here?
Good morning, Barry.
Oh, Chief Jude, I can be you for the first caller.
Barry, are you regretting that you say? Well, you better continue to regret because it will always be me. Good morning, our guests in the studio.
Good morning, sir.
My name is Chief Jude Ubaja. Even though I'm not from your country, but I think I'm overwhelmed with the way you've been projecting your activities and projecting your people. How I wish my own representative in that will also do exactly what you are doing.
You don't start to.
Yes.
You don't start
but I'm
okay.
I've tried to approach him as an elder statesman and somebody who is a politician. But it's like all my solutions are falling on deaf ears. Please, my honorable member, please can you help me tell this with that man to come to the air just like you did, and at least you present us the way. Present us the way you are doing to your people. It is very, very good. I commend you immensely for what you are doing. Let me ask you a question. Does it mean that with the way you said that constituency projects are being handled, does it mean that the funds for such projects are not given to you people? That's number one question. Number two is what can you do? I know you are a member of the House and you are not a commissioner for health. To make people like us, who are the poorest of the poor in Imo State, begin to access the state health insurance scheme so that we can go to hospital and get treated like all that. Thank you, even though we are not.
No. Repeat your second question. Repeat your second question.
Well, it said, what can you do using your position to make people like them from the poorest of the poorest access to medical?
Okay, thank you. Let me start from that one. Before now, the campaigns for that
medical centers.
No. The medical insurance, the one you pay, 15,000, and you'll be having access to free medical care for 1 year. We have carried the campaign, like me, I've carried the campaign to the local government. I have to even call some well-meaning Mbitoli people to sponsor some people. And I did. I sponsored some people myself. When you sponsor anybody for 1 year, the person will just be going to hospital and the government will take care of the person. So I did a little I can. Some of the people I contacted in Mbitoli have to also do their own. So in Mbitoli today, we had a lot of people, over 2,000 or 1,000, 2,000 people that Mbitoli people paid for their free medicals.
Okay.
You know, and some people paid for themselves too. And they are accessing free Medicare now. So what we are saying is that as we go, some people will also be coming up and we will still be putting, because the thing is like, if you bring 150,000 naira, you can pay for 10 people. And those 10 people will keep moving. So, my brother, you are from Idato, as you said. I know Idato people are also doing that, paying for some people. So you can still find your way through them, and they can do for you. Though there are some...
Let's keep it short, because the question plenty here. If I tell you...
Now, another one is, he said about constituency
fund. Yeah.
We are lawmakers. We are not contractors.
Okay.
There is Ministry of Special Project, like I said before. What government normally do is to ask House of Assembly, what are the pressing things around your areas?
Okay.
You can suggest to us, we need this here, we need this here, we need this here, and we will write and send to the Ministry of Special Project, who will now call for contractors.
So what adds the lobbying process? How does it happen, the lobbying process? Because you don't just write and wait.
You can also lobby, because you are a human being. You have some people who you have confidence in. They know how to do this thing, they do it well. You can now suggest, look at this person, they know what to do. You can use them in my local government and do the work. You are the one that is going to say, this is what I want, this is the location I want it. The contractor and the ministry will follow it up and go to do it, execute it, and then the thing will be done. So that is how it's done.
All right, just behind you on the screen. I don't know why my people went to drag where they were mopping you at OCDA when you stopped by. Were they so happy to see you there? I don't know why my social media handlers decided to go and put this video now. Okay. They want to hype you this morning. Don't mind them. Good morning, Barry, the Radio Marshal, and good morning to my honorable member representing Bitolu. As usual, my name still remains Felix Nwozuzu. Still texting from my humble, peaceful community, Umar Himberi. Barry, you, just like you and the honorable member said, Bitolu is the largest LGA in Imo State with the smallest development. Now, my question is, why is Bitolu not witnessing any development in this Hope Uzodima's regime, especially in Imbieri? All the roads in Imbieri are death traps, especially this road from Ata Junction to T Junction down to Nworubi. Please, I beg my honorable member IKPAMEZIE to come to our rescue. Imbieri don't have any good road to Owerri, even though that Imbieri is very close to Owerri. Thanks, and do enjoy your weekend ahead. Thank you. That is one of your constituents from Imbieri talking again. Same road, same issues, and to be frank, Imbieri has terrible roads. I have a friend there. There's a day I went there, my car got stuck. So it's not funny. And they're crying. They've been crying. Imbieri people have been Imbieri people have been crying. Is there anything in the pipeline for those, especially those connecting roads, even from the one that leads to the Iho market and the rest of them? They're very terrible there.
There are so many things that I said here before. That is why I always call Mbitoli people to come together.
Okay.
Most times, when a family is not together, they lose a lot of things. In Imbieri, we have a lot of prominent men and women. In Mbitoli, we have a lot of prominent men and women that on their own, they can even do 10, 20-kilometer road without talking to government. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But because there are small things that are coming up, people now feel reluctant in taking some personal responsibilities within their community. You will see a building, a mansion along the road. Somebody is living there. But you can see the road to that mansion is not motorable. What can you say about that? It's because of disunity. Me, as a lawmaker, I have had a motion like there's a road from Akwakuma Junction to Imbieri, Omodago. That road that leads to that timber market.
Okay.
Some buildings there are even about to collapse. And I'm dragging government every day on that road. And I think with the signs I'm getting, they are planning for that road shortly to do something. There's another road from that same Akwa Junction going to Old Olu Road, that Egbada Road, that could help this new road the governor did to have more time before it will be destroyed by motorists. If that one is working, when they get to that junction, some people may like to follow here, and some people may like to follow the other one. And the road will have more lifespan. So what I'm trying to say is that some of those roads, like the one from Oji to Oriembiri, some people now have taken responsibility of that one. They're doing it small. Before it was like very bad. So some of these roads have been placed on the table of government to do things about it. And government will always bring things on their table and say, which one do we do now? Do we start here or we start here? So I've been pushing, and the people of Mbitolo have been hearing my voice that I've been pushing. And all I'm begging them is let us come together and have a way forward. Some of these roads, we can even plan it internally and we'll start doing something, and the government will hear that Mbitoli people are doing this thing, and they will come to our aid.
Have you called for any such gathering of the Mbitoli people,
yes,
daylight, so
yes,
that they can come together?
I have made some steps towards that. But I understand that when you call this person, he will want to know who are coming. And once you mention somebody
he doesn't want to see,
he will tell you, no, this person is this or that. So it has been a problem.
Are you serious? That's
so I'm now trying to use another means to see how to bring them together, so that it may not be me, but in the background I will be.
All right. Nice one. Blessed morning, Big Brother Barry, and my wonderful guest in the studio. I'm Comrade Anoye Fanyi Chukwufikis man from Umuaga, Obosima, Inohaji, Egbema, LJ. Mr. Barry, honestly speaking, the guest in the studio is indeed a philanthropist. He is a good man. I am not from Mbitolu or anyhow related to him, but I believe in if someone do something good, you applaud him or her. My honorable sir, right on. God is with you. Bravo. That's how he said. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Cosmos.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, good morning, our honorable.
Good morning, sir.
This is Ahmad Akos from Uche Street in Owerri.
Okay.
Yeah, what I want to ask Mr. Cosmos, especially our honorable dear, is the IMO health scheme, insurance scheme, is it really working? If it's working, how can someone assess it? Because some of us don't even know whether it's working. And if it's working, how can it be assessed?
Okay.
Another thing, you have made us, you have differentiated between the OCDA registration and approval. But how can a developer avoid the hammer of OCDA who wants to develop his property? And another thing, our honorable, just of recent, we heard that oil has been discovered in your local government. How can you help to see that your people are not shortchanged when the action begins to? That's my very simple question. Thank you. I'm from Uche.
Very plenty. You say that simple. All right, don't know.
Number last is the oil. The riggers are there, but they are still looking for the thing to be confirmed.
Mbitoli is about to become oil producing
let us confirm that there is. So I believe I cannot be there and my people will be shortchanged. By God's grace, we are many. And the Mbitoli people will be happy to see that we are part of the oil producing local government.
Oil producing areas are always having issues with their...
No, this one will be very different. We will not have any issue because these are kind of things we are looking for.
All right, moving on.
Now, he said about the
state insurance,
health insurance.
Yeah.
Is working perfectly. Go to your local government or a local government where you are residing and you see the health department. Once you register with that insurance scheme 15,000 naira, you will be able to have access to free medical care because they will give you access card. That card will take you to hospital whenever you are sick. They will even assign you to a hospital where you will be going for your medical treatment. Unless when you have a more serious issue, then they cannot take you to a higher hospital. That is how that one works.
Okay.
For the one he asks about how we developers avoid the hammer of OCDA,
yeah.
is doing what is stipulated by the law. Where you go to OCDA, you are given approval to build a 3-bedroom bungalow. Don't go and use that approval and start building a three-story building. When they discover it, your house will be at risk. And when you want to develop, make sure you get the necessary requirements, the materials needed to register your building drawing at OCDA. And once you go there and register it, they will process it, give you your approval, and you will start.
Okay.
There is something called temporary approval they can give you. This is only granted by the general manager. When you go, they will use that your drawing and the materials you have already sent and do some certain speed work on it to see that everything you submitted is correct, and they will come for inspection in your place and know that this is a government area, this is a plot number, and this is existing with your CFO. On that note, your approval can be facilitated within the range of 1 to 2 months. You get your approval and you start developing. But those ones who will come today, they will bring drawing today. The next day, they will go and pay for registration. The next year, they will come again. Before they come again, they are already living in that house. so it's a problem.
All right. Daddy Joe from Ogbako says, good morning, Barry, and our Honorable Innocent representing the good people of Mbitoli. The people of Ogbako is really lacking as long as this administration is concerned. The only government secondary school in Ogbako is in shambles. No good roads, above all the rates of insecurity within the and around of Ogbako is really worrisome. We need government presence and not promises. That is what Daddy Joe from Ogbako is saying.
Well, I have heard what he said, but Ogbako is one of the areas in Mbitolo that is sitting on high way. So even when they don't want the development is pushing down to them. From the city, you can see some people living in Owerri. They have already built their houses in Ogbako. So every day there are developments coming, but he should specifically talk about roads in Ogbako, because there are some areas that is not motorable, but you can, in Ogbako. But I know Ogbako is part of Mbitoli that has...
He specifically mentioned the school. We said it's the only school in shambles.
Okay,
government school.
Yeah, some of those schools, like, it's not only in Ogbako, like in my community now. The secondary school is in Mbitoli.
I believe you are from Irodo. Afara, okay.
Has issues, and the community, the people in my community gathered together and are contributing money to
fix it.
To the roof.
Re-roof
the school. And now I have reported to government to go for inspection and see the work going. That has attracted the government now to come and set up the labs and all that things they want to come and do there as short as possible. So I just want the people to know that before these schools will go to that level of dilapidation, they should also call the people who are in charge, like the principal, to be reporting stage by stage of what is happening in his school. Because sometimes government do their work according to what is reported to them. I may be in the House of Assembly, and sometimes I go for routine checks in some areas that maybe something drags me to that place. But it doesn't mean that I will be one place and I will know what is happening in the whole of Mbitoli. There are people that are sent there to go and see the welfare of that place. So it is their responsibility to always bring routine programs and information about what is happening around them, so that at every year they will say, we are lacking seats, so look at what is that. They present some of these things to the appropriate quarters. We can be able to chase them before they get so bad. Because when this is in this your office now, when this your laptop computer here is spoiled, you allow it. You didn't report to the management of this place. Before you know it, it will affect this one. This one will spoil. Before you know it, that's the collapse of Echo FM. Because one day they will come here and none of these 3 microphones are working. And they will ask you, how did you stay here and you see this one stop, this one stop, this one stop. 3 of them are not working at the same time. You say, no, this one spoiled last year. This one. By that time, there will be, you have no person to blame. You will be the one that whole thing will be. So I am urging the people, especially the principals and the headmistress, the people managing the schools, to report as when due, so that people will be able to look into it. And they say a stitch in time saves 9. When you don't bring up these matters as at when due, there will be a time they will go out of hands, and the thing
very deplorable.
It will now be so difficult.
All right, let's get another caller. Good morning. Who be this one? Flashing is liable to die young. Don't flash. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, my brother.
Welcome aboard. Name and submission.
My honorable, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Comrade Dompadek. I call from my hometown, the most peaceful community in Imo State. But thank you very much for bringing our man to the studio. He's a very good man. He's a great guy. I know him so much.
Why all of now we know them be told the shot, a very good man, eh? Are you wishing to get him in your local government?
we know him too well. He's a very good man.
Okay.
I know him as the OTDA boss.
Okay.
So each time his boys start to harass people in the public, if you call him, he will answer. So he's a very good man, and we are following up activities in the house. He's sponsored good bills. Ordinarily, he doesn't owe me anything because I have my own house member. But I want to appeal to him that in Imo State today, so regulatory agencies are not working. You agree with me now that if in the entire Southeast, Imo State pays the highest house rent. So I want to know what the house is doing to ensure that all these things are checkmated. Because you see one bedroom flat, and agent will be telling you 1.4 million naira. Then agency 500,000, a house that is not built. So what is the house doing in trying to regulate this? And secondly, in Imo State,
please keep it short. No time.
Yes, I'm telling you, in Imo State, transport is very, very high. Even in the size of fare business, the drivers continue charging something that high. So
thank you. I think that is not in its scope to be discussing now. Let's
want us to legislate it.
So it's something you talk differently. Sorry, please. I just have to cut you because of time. Well, this one says, good morning, Bruburu. Good morning, the Honorable IKPAMEZIE. I am Grace Chisom from Ogwa and in Bitoli LGA. You are really doing well, sir, Innocent. Since your entrance to different offices, you have never failed to talk to Imolites. I'm happy hearing the road you are working on, sir. Remember, Umwe is the road, Umwe Ruby to Ogwa, which also leads to Ikeduru. It's nothing to write home about at all. Let me be a bit off, sir. Why is it that the government doesn't pay some of a staff, example, Imo State Civil Guard as a body which is orientation call? Why is it that some pensioners have not received their pensions for years? Example, I have a mother who received last in 2020. Since that time, she has not received any other one. Are we still citizens? Are we still sons and daughters of the governor? Those are questions this young man is asking. Well, that's more of a legislative duty generally for the state. Pensioners have been crying, a lot of them. I have it on good authority. They want to go to church to go and pray that God should touch the governor to pay them.
But that case of pensioners, if they are talking about gratuity, I don't know much about that one. But I know in the pension scheme, most of the people that brought their case to me in Mbito, at least some high percentage of them, I have been able to resolve it.
Okay.
And you see that some of them know what their problems are.
Okay.
And they will go to that place. They normally resolve it at the computer center. You will see that either they have issues with their account numbers, or they were having a joint account, or they were having this, and when they go there, they will be resolved. But there are only few of them whose problems are either during the time they started the work, or they were working in Mbitoli before. And they posted them in Owerri Municipal, and their salaries were coming from Mbitoli. And when they go to Owerri Municipal, their salaries will also be coming. So
Double salary.
Double salary. So those days, there were no direct system like
like we have automated now.
Automated now. So when the government noticed that maybe that person has been eating double salary for a long time, and now he has gone for pension, is automated, so the thing will be showing this one and showing this one. It will hang.
Wow.
You know. So, but for some of them whose papers are complete and correct, I have always said it on radio. If any person doesn't have any problem attached to his own pension, he should bring it to my office. I will personally take him to that computer center where it will be resolved. I have done it for so many of them.
Okay.
So it's not an issue for me, but for those who are still crying over the pension something, I know that once it gets to the appropriate quarters, it will be resolved.
All right, just you've had, take it to not just Honorable Innocent here, every other representative of different local governments.
Yes.
You can go there and take your pension. They can help you to solve those pension matters, because it's very important to take care of our senior citizens. Okay, now we come to this legislature in Imo State. A lot of people are not happy with Imo State House of Assembly because they seem not to be standing up for Imo people, especially when it concerns the governor. Like, most of them are complaining that the governor is never in Imo State, he's always outside Imo State and all that, and the legislature is not calling him to duty and all that. Everybody's afraid of the governor. Nobody wants to speak and all that. What do you make of that?
I don't understand when they say the governor is not always around.
We always hear he's in Abuja.
How? Are you the one traveling with him? You see, if people say the governor is not doing his job, I can be able to say, okay, which area is he not doing well? It's when the governor is not doing his work, you worry. When governor have issues to go to Abuja to resolve, the whole powerhouse of Nigeria is in Abuja. And any governor who wants to do well will always go there and tap from that national grid to his state. The governor is always doing all this good job in the state because of he knows where to go and grab it and come back. So people should not discourage him to go to Abuja. They only will worry him to come and be bringing more things and be doing more things in Imo. Okay, take an example. Some of the traditional rulers, president generals of autonomous communities, some of them are living in the city here. Some of them are living in Lagos. Some are even living abroad. Have you called for them to be persecuted? But their communities are running. The governor, nothing will make them.
Unlike so many things, like if we go to the Ministry of Lands today, the governor needs to sign on this, it's not there. If we want to do this, the governor is not there. These are complaints I keep hearing.
The only thing that governor signs in the Ministry of Lands is CFO. And before a CFO is processed, it takes a route before it gets to the governor's table. So did any person tell you that his CFO is not out because governor have not signed? So So people should, I say it always, that people they should stop chasing substance. They should look at the subject matter. What is the dividends of democracy? It's bringing the good job to the doorstep of Imo people. Today, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many things the governor have done in Imo that are not in place before he came. And what we should do is to pray for him, for God to continue to direct him. He can't just fly out to Abuja without to go for Jamboree. He is going there for the good of. Last few days ago, I just came back from US. I traveled. Did I go for Jamboree? I went there to go and hit our people over there and remind them of home. I went for conference, but from there I moved where Mbitoli people were having meeting in Maryland. I went to their place in Texas. I moved around. I said, do you still remember you are from Mbitoli? Can you still come and help us and do 1 or 2 things? I even discussed about this medical free health insurance sometimes. Some of you can come here and pay for 500 people that are sick at home, are weak, that cannot do so. So when I move, somebody can come to House of Assembly last week and didn't see me. He will go and echo it in Echo FM to say that IKPAMEZIE is not always.
You know what?
IKPAMEZIE is not always in the office. I went there, he was not there, the office was locked. But the person will not ask, is he doing the work even where he is? Is he radiating from there to make sure he covers his wings?
All right, time is not our friend again.
Is the governor covering his wings? Is he doing the right thing? That is what we're supposed to ask, not he's always in Abuja. He's always in Abuja, knowing fully well that
I got a press release
is a powerhouse.
I got a press release from PDP. They said he's junketting from place to place and neglecting governance. Imo State is not being governed and stuff like that. I know opposition talk, but definitely it's one of those
opposition are the people waiting for him to be here. So they will go to Abuja and put 1 banana peel for him and destroy some of the things he's supposed to achieve. They are busy. Those people complaining to you that governor is in Abuja, they are all living there. So they want governor to miss his steps and look the other way around, and they will go there and to destroy.
So governor the shiny eye.
So governor is supposed to be awake 24 hours.
All right.
So that those people who are living there waiting for him to give them a little chance so that they will go there and use propaganda and all the destructive statements to finish him. So when they turn left, they will see him. When they turn right, they will see him. They will now start shouting, this man is always here. He should go home. Why do they want to chase him out of that place?
All right. Nice. There's no time. Quickly, just before we leave, the issue of state policing is coming to the State House of Assembly. What's your take on that? Because will this solve our problem? Because the policing is more of local issues, national issues. Imo State have been riddled with a lot of insecurity, though now suppressed. But what's your take?
The state police is going to pass smoothly because the state police will not stop the federal police from existing. And the state police will provide another opportunity for our people to know what happens at every corner in the system. If you go to my local government now, you will see somebody, Usman, being in the local government as police officer. He may not know the system, the bush, the nooks and crannies of Mbitoli, but during the state policing, you have a lot of our youth, all these people you call vigilante.
With the kind of governors we have that suppress people with the machinery of the police, if you give them the state police, it's not going to cause more problem.
If somebody wants to suppress you with even federal police, it will still suppress you. What we will pray for is for good governance.
All right,
here in Echo FM, if your director or manager want to suppress you, he will still suppress you. So what we are calling, let there be law that will guide the system from being suppressed by anybody. when that law is in place, everything will be standing. So people should not look at it that a governor will now take the state police to suppress people, to destroy. How many people will you suppress? How many people will you destroy? The person that is going to be in that state police, is he not a human being? If you come to Mbitoli now and bring a state police, you tell them to come and suppress me that they know before you become.
Okay.
It's not correct. So it's still Imo people that will be members of that police, state police. So you tell them to...
What you're saying, Imo State House of Assembly will just give you Surure.
You will see how it's going to come now because...
Okay, no wahala. No wahala. We'll leave and let that just before we go. Subsidy should come back or subsidy should not come back. That's a debate that's been going on social media.
That subsidy matter, I will leave it for the National Assembly people to handle because they are the ones that are crossing the T's and dotting the I's over there. The system, before you talk about that subsidy, you must have to study it. And I have not been given the opportunity to study it and know the inflow, what is coming in when there is subsidy and what is going out, and what is happening now that this has been removed. And so some of those things are things that be looked into thoroughly. Then it's not somebody will just stay one place and you say there'll be no subsidy, there's no subsidy. You must learn how to look at something very, very well before you begin to talk about it.
All right. Time is no longer a friend. Our time is up. This guy don't give me signal. Tire. Well, there are too many things to talk about, Honorable. I've been telling you that we are going to enjoy having the conversation, and of course we've really had a lot of information. Say apologies to a lot of you. Your messages are so many here. I can't take them, and the calls have been ringing, but we needed to get as much as we can get from the Honorable. So thank you very much, Honorable, for coming. Any final words to your constituents?
I want to sincerely thank my constituents, Mbitoli people, and all the people that always listen to me whenever I come on radio, and all Imo citizens that mean well for Imo people. I want to thank everybody. You see, Imo State is the only state we can call our own, and it is our collective responsibility to make it the way it should be, in a better way. So I want everybody to know that each and every one of us have our responsibilities for the better Imo. So don't look at it as this is what the governor must do. This is what House of Assembly must do. This is what this person... What of you? Have you been able to say, what is my own responsibility to make Imo move forward?
All right.
Everybody must take responsibility so that collectively we can do it better. So I want all of us to continue to pray for Imo State, pray for our governor, pray for the people in leadership. It is our primary responsibility to do this. Because when you pray, God will hear and direct the leaders to do the best.
Thank you very, very much, everybody, for tuning in. And apologies once again. All your questions are here. We couldn't take them because of time. God bless you all for tuning in. Up next is the Slim Diva with Health Revolution. Thank you. Oh, today is Friday. Dukanku. She Matters is up next with the ladies of Echo FM. Bye-bye now from me to you. Barry Cosmos is signing out.